right there, it's lit up on the inside.
Oh, the Victory.
That's the Victory. And then as we come up on...
Nelson's boat is Victory. The other one's Warwick.
That's it.
The one that...
There, in terms of architectural style, a rather nice example of the kind of building which was there in 1944 or thereabouts. That's the sort of thing to look for. Very easy to spot compared to modern buildings. And as you can see on the left, one of the many, I think, where are we? No, going straight on. Up the various little avenues, you can see very much the block shape of this. And that's a lovely view along Sword Beach at the moment. Tide more or less as it was on D-Day. Hard to be exact about it, but that was roughly the size and length of the beach. Round about touchdown, 7:25, 7:30 in the morning. Of interest just dead ahead. One, amazingly enough, is the wall, but typical of, you're going to be seeing lots of walls, obviously. The point is, it was the end of the last ice age. You would think when the ice melts that there'll be more water. Now, that gives you the characteristic settlement to get there, but Hermanville village itself is up on that ridge to the left. We'll go into that in a bit more detail when we stop. Yeah, just coming past a Centaur tank on the right, one of the various specialist armour tanks used for the assault. This tour. But you can try. Right. Right, everybody, this is our first stop or stand. We're going to be here. churches than they had in the first place. You can see the one at Saint-Aubin is rather attractive. Polish Armoured Division. Of course, they couldn't put up any Polish memorials at all until communism collapsed. The Polish government very much opposed to that idea. They've rather made up for it since then. And that distinctive Eagle of Poland and the formation sign of 1st Polish Armoured, the Winged Hussar of Poland. Okay, and we're coming dead ahead now. Headquarters come ashore after D-Day. Only Victoria Cross of D-Day was won by Sergeant Major Stanley Hollis of the Green Howards. It wasn't posthumous. He did survive the experience. Just a little inland on our left there. See, the snow still hasn't quite melted. If you look right, I won't swear for the exact ponds and puddles, but that kind of inland flooding and rather worse, characteristic of the improvised defences the Germans put up. That's fairly normal and people are happy with it, but you can think of that entire area being turned into something like a swamp. We're beginning to rise up into the cliffs, and essentially we lose any possibilities of beaches from now on, moving west from the Anglo-Canadian beaches until further over to the west there is a beautiful 7 mile, that's right, stretch, main area 3 miles, of golden beaches. In fact, it was called before the war the Golden Beach, La Page d'Or, and that became Omaha Beach because simply it was the first available beach area in which to land going westwards. There was nowhere else to land. And the cliffs form. Just asked me to point out that the stuff in balls in the trees is a heavy crop of mistletoe, which does have commercial value. We'll be stopping and taking a look just up ahead. We've got about 5 minutes, so I'll take you up onto the viewing platform. Pulling in here, you're going to get out pointed out. And there's a rather nice chateau visible just over on our right. As you can see, again, a classic case of a breach or breche in the ridgeline by a little river leading down to the harbour. Now consider this is the main road, it is BAYEUX that is going to become the main logistics centre for the 2nd British Army for the campus. And start considering it from the point of view of defending Germans on D-Day and D+1, all studs, and farm complexes like this. You'll find these all over northwestern Europe, extremely thick walls, and if you've got apples, for that matter cider, where are you going to see? Looking out now, you've got a series of ridges, Allies, 550th Division, pretty much intact on D-Day +1, which is a wonderful bonus. BAYEUX is largely a lovely little, even large town in Normandy, very hard fought over and pretty much wrecked in the fray. A vehicle of some kind. You're familiar enough now, I think, with the tanks. Those are just the heavier items. There are even heavier ones, larger caliber artillery, also, and it's practically an overspill area for Hampshire. In fact, we're often parting from you briefly. When we arrive at BAYEUX, we eventually come more or less level with the cathedral that is on our right.
Out of all the people that were there, stood there, someone goes, diving for camera now.
Okay. Right, applying historical, just what you'd like to know. Sometimes performing history actually works. Alright everybody, that's obviously the memorial to your left. We'll be here for about 15-20 minutes. You won't need map books or guides, but you will need your notebooks, I think, also cameras. Brought them. Everybody off.
Mortally wounded was rest in the meadow he had just left. This large-scale attack on Buckley crossing, Lieutenant Eric Yettman and his men hung on. The German machine guns were firing from the building itself on the level of the barracks. The infantrymen left their foxholes at dawn.
For weeks, the country was filled with thick dust raised by the endless stream of traffic.
Near Pond Bridge, seen standards, I can get her to do your arse down.
Right everybody, we're here for about 45 minutes, back on the coach at 11:45 please. Note the large maple leaf. So take all the stuff with you you're going to need. And I'll leave the stories to my colleagues because they're better prepared for it than I am. But, original Pegasus Bridge. That's where they moved it after they had to remove it from the location. The glider is a mock-up, but the rest of it is quite fun. The initial Allied assessment of the Merville battery, that's what it is.
It's like
Emphasise, we've only been driving for about under 10 minutes from Pegasus Bridge. This was German-held territory right to the end of the battle, and as you can see, there's American marking